Today we'll talk about how you guys can move your Figma design into Framer. But here's the thing, I'm not just gonna show you guys how to move your Figma design into Framer because there's already a lot of videos that have done that. But what I will do is also teach you guys what problems you may face when importing and how you guys can fix them. And using the work that I did for my recent client, in this video I'll showcase to you guys how you guys can move your Figma design to Framer, fix the issues that happen during the import process, and make your landing page responsive. So first thing first, what we need is a Figma design. So as you guys can see here, this will be the Figma design that we will try to import from Figma to Framer. But however, if you guys are going along to this video and want to practice this yourself, you can easily Google a Figma landing page template for your own self. So let me show you. So you guys can literally search up Figma landing page template free. There we go. You guys can literally go here and import any landing page that you guys want to try out for your own practice. But anyway, before you guys actually start importing, I want you guys to go to your Framer dashboard, go to top right, and then click new project. So now you guys have a blank project that you guys can copy paste your Figma design into this Framer project itself. So in our Figma right now, what we want to do is you guys go to the top left of Figma here and then select manage plugin. Once you guys click that, simply search Figma to Framer. Now you'll be presented with this plugin right here. So let me show you how you guys can use this plugin. So first thing first, what you want to do is you want to click all of these designs. So you want to click this and then it will select all of the landing page. Now you guys go to your plugin menu again. So you guys can see here, click this icon, go to plugin and then click Figma to HTML with Framer. And then boom. Now it will copy all of the layers and we just have to wait it out for a bit because this one may take some time depending on how big your landing page is. So what this is doing is this is basically trying to convert this whole Figma design into HTML so that Framer can actively copy this to their own page. Basically translate from Figma to Framer. Now as you can see here, we have finished this process and then literally just click copy to clipboard. Now we go back to our Framer project. Now in here, make sure that the desktop size over here, the width is exactly the same as the Figma project width. So as you can see here, our Figma design is 1440. Now if we go back to our Framer here, I think initially for this desktop size, it should be like 1200 or something. Just literally click on this and then go to the width and then just make sure it's 1440 as well, similar to our Figma design. Now also copy the length as well. The length in here is 11,001. Oh wow, that's huge, 11,181. So the same thing here. Now this is gonna be different for your own project, but this is for my own. So in this case, the height will be also 11,181. There you go, perfect. So now we have everything. Now hopefully when we paste this here by just doing literally Control V or Command V if you are in Mac, now literally just paste it here and then it should hopefully works. As you can see, it is uploading Figma images and it will copy paste everything into our Framer project. And voila, a lot of things are basically copied already. However, as you can notice here, something is wrong. My header is gone. This doesn't look right. And yeah, there's a lot of other issues as well. Look at this. Yeah, and everything is a bit messy. Now, this is also an issue that you guys might be facing when you guys are trying to import your project from Figma to Framer. And I'll show you guys how to fix all of these. If you find value in this video so far, do consider subscribing. It is free and it will help me create more content like this so that you can make sure that your landing page is actually converting and actually getting you customers and leads and sales. And you can always unsubscribe anyways. Now, moving on. So first thing first, I think we can see that a lot of the elements are pretty much messy. So let's try to fix this. Why is our header gone? All right, I don't know why, but you know what? If this issue happened with you guys, what you guys need to do is you guys want to copy it layer by layer. So let's go back to our Figma design. So literally just go to this header right here, go to the layer that is responsible for this, and then literally just copy everything. So in this case, we go to our Figma layer. So literally just select all of these and then go to your plugin and then Figma to Framer. And now this should hopefully work. It'll still be a bit of a problem, but it should be fine. Copy to clipboard. We go back to our Figma design and then go to the header and then paste this here. Now this in theory should work. There we go. Now that should work. However, there's still some issues here. We'll fix this. That's no problem. So we go to our header. And in this case, the reason why it's a bit blurry here and has this weird diagonal lines is because there's an image here filling it. Just remove the image. That should fix it. Now everything else seems very messy, but no problem. First thing first, what we need to do is this column should be in the middle. So let's just place it there. All right. And then we want to make sure that our placeholder here is this not the right place for the placeholder. We should be moving this one right here, right in the middle here. Okay, cool. So it is somewhat there, but it is not yet there. So let me just fix this one over here. This is, I think, is a bit too big compared to our Figma design. Yeah, this should be a bit smaller. So let's do that. Now actually this looks a bit weird. You know what? I'll just remove this whole thing over here. We'll just have a new one right here. So what we'll do is we'll go to this group right here and literally just copy paste this one. And it should be that simple. So we go here, go to our plugin and then click this. And then copy to clipboard. Now we go back to our framer. We go here and then paste it here. And then, oh, that doesn't look right. You know what? No problem. We'll just take the one that actually works. We'll just in this one. So what we can do, just copy paste this over here. Then boom, done. There you go. Now, this is a bit weird. It's blocking all of the text and you don't want this. It's a very simple fix. Literally just move this layer right here down a few notch. And there we go. It fixed the Z index issue. Now, what's wrong with this? Why is this one sort of, you know, have a different, is pushing basically this element down here? Well, very simple actually, because the thing is this group is in relative position. It's not supposed to be in relative, this is supposed to be in absolute position. So let's just open this and click absolute, and there you go, that should fix it. But why is it on top again? Well, very simple fix. Let's just literally move this down here, and that should be good. But wait a minute, it hasn't been fixed yet. Why? Okay, but don't worry. The reason is because the Z index is higher than the other element. So as you guys can see here on the styling, you guys see the Z index here, it is quite high. So one way to fix it is probably by lowering the Z index, but I think if you lower this, yeah, doesn't really work in this case because this element Z index is probably also 0. So that's why it's a bit clashing. What you want to do is you want to go to these other content right here. So you want to go click all of these. So just shift select all of this content and then just add a style. Go to the style over here, click plus, and then add the Z index and make sure the Z index is 1. And now it is above our background, which is what we want, right? So that is fixed, which is pretty cool. As you can see here, this looks like everything looks okay, but I think this might also have an issue. Let me go to publish. So if you guys want to publish your page, just literally go here, click publish, and just let it do all the work here. And landing page should be published. Now literally just click on this link. Now as you can see here, this doesn't really look right. Why is it all white? Well, there's a few reasons why. It's because our width is not 1%. Our width is fixed on 1440. And my screen is 2K screen, so it's way more than that. But anyway, no problem, we can fix that. But it seems like everything is looking fine so far. All right, except this section right here. And also a few of the section is missing. No problem, we'll fix that. So let's go back to our previous page. And the way to fix that is we just go to our main page design right here and then literally just changing this to 100%. So go to width, make it relative, and make it 100%. And this should fix it. Let's click publish again, update it. Now we go back to that domain, refresh this, and voila, that should be fixed. But why is everything on the left? No problem, I'll show you how to fix it again. All right, so to fix it, literally just make sure you go click this main page design, and then you go to this area, and then make sure it's aligned to center. And that should be it. And distribute, start, yep, there you go. Click publish, update. And then we go back here, just refresh, and everything should be centered. Ta-da, there we go. See, it's all fixed. Except this one, again, the width should be 100%. We can easily fix this, no problem. Let's go back here. Let's fix these other issues. So first thing first, we need to make sure that the width is 100%. So this is very simple. So just go here, right? Just click, yeah, this width is 1440. Just make sure it's 100%. There we go, and it will be changed to relative. Now simply just publish this, update, and now this should work fine. There we go, perfect. Again, this is on to the left. So in order to fix this issue right here, you simply go back to your framer design and then make sure that you add a layout here, boom, and now everything is broken. Why is everything broken? Well, because now your element, as you can see here, this background right here is supposed to be absolute, but now it's relative. So just simply fix that. Go to absolute, and then ta-da, that should fix everything. Now you go to your main frame over here, just click center, and that should be it. And then now click publish again and update, and then we go back to our landing page, and then boom. That's not working. But no problem, I know the reason why it's not working. The issue is with this content, so make sure that you guys go to this content right here and make sure it says fit. There we go, the same thing is with this one. Make sure you guys go to this content right here, and then simply click fit. Now this should hopefully fix it. We go back to our domain and let's see, hopefully it's fit. Yep, there we go. So make sure that the content is fit. We have the same issue here with the Z index as well because the background is supposed to be behind. So let's just go back to our design here, go to this group right here and just simply add a Z index, Okay, the z-index is already there. Just make it to 0, and then make sure that we also add a z-index to our other element, which in this case should be the header and the layout over here, which is this whole area, right? So just add the styling, add the z-index. Okay, there we go, and make sure it's 1, and there we go. Now everything should be on top. Make it 2. Yeah, 1 should be okay. All right, so that should fix the alignment issue. So make sure that your texts are properly aligned as well. So yeah, that should be good. Update. Now everything's good. And now let me go back to this area right here. This area looks good already. So there's nothing much that we need to change over here. Let me just, oh, okay, except this part. This should be 100% as well. So let's just do that. And I think this might also have some issues. Let me see. So once we change that to 100%, and once we publish this, now we go back to this. I think this will have some issues. Never mind, I take that back. This looks good. All right, let me just make sure that this content is also not full, because it looks very ugly when it's stretched out like this. So let me just fix that. What we can do is make sure that this whole section, so we make sure that this section right here have a predetermined width. So in this case, we'll just make it 80%. There we go. Now this looks a bit weird. No worry, we'll fix this. Now the reason why this text is, going off is because we need to change the child here. So we need to go down here. We need to go to this text right here. Just click on clicking. So we go to this text right here. Now you can see here, right? The issue is the width is fixed. Now we want to make sure that this one is actually fill. So now it will basically fill up to the entire section, so it doesn't like go over, as you can see here. You see how this one goes overboard. You also want to go here and make sure that this is also fill, will actually fit on the parent, right? So the same thing here, make sure that it is, whoops, make sure that it is fill. Same thing here, fill. Now this should fix everything, fill, so it doesn't look that ugly when it is on a bigger screen. So on smaller screen it shouldn't be a problem, but on bigger screen, you want to make sure that your landing page is responsive to every screen, right? So right now we're fixing the one on PC. Now we go here, we refresh this. Now this should look better. You can see here now it's not stretched out too much. Now it is much more compact and much more looks better. So we'll fix this and make sure that the width is 100% on that as well. Okay, so just go here, make sure the 100%, and I think this should not need any fixing. Okay, perfect. Yeah, now next up, when we go to the next section, as you can see here, now this is separated very weirdly in the Figma design. As you can see here in our Figma design, it's beautifully created over here, which is very nice. Now the way to fix this, literally this is the same thing with the positioning, right? So once you go here, make sure this is position right here is from relative to absolute. There we go, done. Again, the z-index issue, we'll fix that later. We have another issue though, because this content now is at the bottom. That is because it is not part of the container. So the way to fix this issue, just literally make sure the stacking is a bit weird, right? So make sure the stack is on the horizontal layout. So now it is like that. But it's still weird. Why is it being pushed outside of the boundary? That is because I think this content, this content is way too big for no reason. Let me see what happened here. So before we fix this content, let's make sure that this z-index is bugging me. So let me just move this to 0 z-index. Okay, there we go. That should be fixed already. Container, why is it very big? Now we can do that, but it still feels a bit weird here because there's more space here than compared to here. So first thing first, we can make sure that the text content here is basically on a specific level. In terms of the width, we want to make sure that it is fill, right? So click fill. So this content will follow the parent sizing or the parent width. So the same thing with the heading, make sure it is fill. Same thing with the heading, we'll make sure it is fill. Okay, cool. Oh, this one is a bit weird. Make sure that it's on the left. So how to do this is just go to this align right here, just align it to the left, and there we go. That should fix it. Now what we can do is actually move this image inside this container. There we go, perfect. Now we should have a much more even distribution. So also make sure you guys go to the parent here. If this happened to you, go to distribute and then press center. So it is, oh, that's not right. Why is this being pushed to the right? Distribute center. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. So this distribution, just make sure it's centered. Now that should, okay, there we go. That should be good. Now, as you can see, everything is centered now. Everything is aligned properly. So if you can publish this, update this. Now from this ugly thing, we refresh and then, ta-da! Now that's all fixed. Okay, so let me just quickly go through the rest of this. Okay. So I hope you guys now understand how you guys could fix some of these issues, because sometimes you cannot perfectly move a Figma design into a Framer, you know, just with that. But I hope this sort of give you guys a bit of clarity, and I hope that you guys are following along, because if you guys follow along with me, you guys will actually understand better, right? Sometimes if you guys want to learn better, you guys actually have to take action, get your hands dirty, and learn on the fly. Let's go back here. I know. Oh, okay. I see why. So the content is here, but it is just gone. The reason why it is gone is because, as you can see here, it is being pushed outside of the frame and, you know, all the way to the right. Let's see what happened here. I think we can click the center. That's not right. The center distribution. Okay. And also the width. Okay. The width must be 100%. Make sure it's 100%. That does not fix it. Why? Oh, I think I know why. I think you guys need to go to the, basically the parent right here. The parent distribution is horizontal, so that's why it is pushing it to the right. It's pushing the second element right here to the right. So I think if we just do this, there we go, perfect. Now that is all solved. Let's make sure the alignment is centered. The distribution is also centered, and I think that should be good. So let me just update this, and I think this should be all good. Let's see. I hope this is not over. Yes, perfect. Okay, let me just make sure that it's also 100%. Now this, I think, will have the same issue. Let me see if we don't have it. Okay, let me open this, and then this will go to the left, right? Okay, not to the left, but it is very weird. Let's quickly fix that. What we need to do is we need to make the content here fixed. So make sure it's fixed, and make sure it's fixed to a certain amount. We'll just make it 600 here. Okay, so and then the same thing for this one as well. So we'll just go to this content here, make sure it is fixed, right? Make sure it's 600 as well. There we go. Okay, you can see now it's aligning very, very nicely. And then we go here, also the same thing, 600, fix, boom. Okay, so now we click publish. So now as you can see here, everything is much more centered. It looks much more better. Okay, this one is also an issue, but we'll fix it soon. Now going to the next section. Okay, so this section is also a bit weird. Why is this weird? Also, everything else is outside of the boundary. So what we need to do is just go here and literally just do that. There we go, perfect. We'll fix that later, but for now, our testimonials are gone. Why is it gone? And I think because this frame should be this direction. There we go, perfect. That's one solution. We haven't really fixed everything yet. Make sure this distribution alignment is centered as well, because everything is centered here. Okay, the header we don't need to do much about the header. Now this layout here is a bit weird. It's a bit weird because it all goes to the right. All right, so a way that we can fix this is making sure you go here. Okay, the stack is over here. Distribution should be centered. There you go. That still looks a bit weird. I think we should also center this part over here. Okay, cool. We are getting there. Reduce the gap a bit. And then make sure you guys click wrap, so it will wrap around. There we go. See, it's much more better now because it is wrapping around. I think it's actually better to distribute this to the start rather. Oh wait, no, excuse me. I mean to align it to the top. So now it's much more. This, you know, the alignment is much more easier on the eyes, and it's not messy. It doesn't look messy now. Okay, now everything is whoa is gonna go out. So let me just go up here, click this main page design, sorry, click this desktop over here, and then just move it all the way down there. And then tada. Okay, yeah, this is another issue with the positioning, right? Make sure that this position is absolute. So let me just go down here. I think there should be this group right here. Make sure it is absolute. There we go. Now that is on the correct placement. Now let me actually fix this. And so instead of us manually doing this, because this could be weird, okay, what we want to make sure is that the height is fixed content. Now that's not right because all of our other content is now gone. But why? Let me see. I think it's the main page design. Okay, yeah, the issue is with the main page design because it has a fixed height layout. The same thing here, make sure that it is fit content, and there we go. That should fix it. And then we have so basically all of these are now fixed. There we go. So now it looks way better. But the only issue is now, how do we make this responsive? So all of the hard work that we did just now is actually also to make sure that it is much more easier when we make this website responsive. Because we're not done yet. Because right now it works, but it only works on PC. But however, how about the mobile view? It's not going to be like this. It's going to be a bit different. Now let's add the tablet and mobile view. So for that tablet view, just click this, and then we can get the tablet. Boom, there we go. Everything is very messy, but no problem. We can fix this. Let's actually fix this right now. This image, make sure it's smaller. There we go. That one is fixed. Now the issue with this is, you know, it's kind of everywhere. I forgot to actually fix this one. Actually, yeah, let's delete this. Let me fix this one, because this one we need a grid system, not the column system. The column system is not gonna work here. So what we need to do is just take this content, change this. So we go to layout, change this to grid. Cool. Now with this grid, we want to have basically 3 columns and then 2 rows. Now with the bottom row, we literally just copy this item right here. So copy all of this content. So this, whoops, this column right here, copy paste to this content, and then boom. Okay, it looks a bit weird, but we'll fix it. Now for this bottom content, literally just delete it, remove it. Cool. So this one right here, why is this looking weird? It's because the sizing is wrong. So let's just follow the sizing on top over here. So make sure this is fill, and also we want to click this one. Also, we make it fill. There we go, perfect. Just making sure everything is filled up properly. Okay, cool. So now this one should work. I'll tell you the reason why you want to use grid here is because let's go back to the tablet mode. There we go. Now in tablet mode, we can easily just fix this. So in this case, we want to probably have like 2 views each, right? Let's fix that. So grid, we want to have basically 2 columns and then 3 rows. Yeah, there we go. 3 rows. That one should work, but this one looks a bit weird. So let's just fix that right now. So this auto fill, basically what we need to do is making sure that this width, why is this going over the top? Oh, okay, yeah, this width should be relative, so make sure that it's 100%. There we go. Now this should fix everything. Perfect. So now this is looking all good, and then this one is also being weird, but we can fix this, no problem, by doing this. So we go to the layout, we go to our container, and then we'll just have to do this, and then done. There you go. See, as you can see, it goes up and down here. The same thing for this container. Just click the stack and make sure the direction is now vertical. So perfect. Now, as you can see, everything's a bit weird, but no problem. Just click the parent frame. Make sure that the height is fit content. So now everything is fitting. Cool. We have fixed this part. This part I think should be good. Yeah, let's make the content height also fit content. Yeah, this is also already fit content. The same thing here. Okay, now this one is looking a bit weird. Here's already fit content. Cool. So this looks fine. Okay, let's just fix this by increasing the width to 95%. So we'll just put it there. Cool. Now this looks a bit better for tablet view. Now for this one right here, so we go to this parent over here. Make sure that the direction is horizontal, and there we go. And the thing is, for tablet, we don't need this arrow, so we'll just remove that. Okay, so don't delete this. Right click this frame over here and literally just click hide. The same thing here. Right click this frame over here and click hide. That's the hide. There you go. Now, as you can see here, this looks good here, and it doesn't affect the PC at all, because in the PC it's still showing, but we just hide it on the tablet mode. So the same thing. Okay, this looks all good. Now we just need to fix this part over here, making sure that this content, let's see, this is the this content should be this. There we go. Perfect. We'll just add a bit of gap over here. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, the same thing with this one as well. So what we want to do is this container, also click the vertical, but the issue here is I want this image to be on top. So that's simple. Just take this image, move it on top, and there we go. And this will not affect the PC as well. So that's how easy it is actually to do this in Figma. It will take some time for you guys to adjust, but everything should be simple. This one, the same thing here, horizontal, nice. This one, same thing here, horizontal, cool. Same thing here, horizontal. Vertical, sorry. Yeah, and if you guys want to, switch this around, just switch this around. So just move this image on the top, like that. Boom. Okay, there we go. This one is good. This one, yeah, the same thing here. You want to move this image to the top as well. So just take this and then boom, done. There we go. Now this one is a bit weird. So just make sure that the width is 100%. So as you can see here, the width is very weird, 100%. That should be good. Why is this not relative though? It's because it's fixed. So just make sure that this one is fill. So that's not correct. It's because the parent of the parent is fixed. Make sure that it's also relative, 100%. And then, okay, this one is still a bit weird. So let's take the layout, making sure that it's also not fixed. 100% width, please. There we go, perfect. Now that is solved. Oh, this one is not solved. Oh, this one is because of the image. So just make sure that, you know, you resize the image, and there we go, perfect. That should be good. Yeah, the same thing here. Well, let's resize this. Okay, I think this should be good if I just do this. Perfect. Yeah, the reason why this one is like, again, this is the Z index issue. So if you guys want to change the Z index of all of these images, just select one, shift, select the top part. So add styles, Z index, where's Z index? There you go, press 1. Perfect, there you go. So now it's above the background image. The same thing with this one as well. We want to make sure that this is a vertical. Okay, and then this one, let's fix this one as well. Let's see. So this part over here should be vertically. Oh, that doesn't look right. Should be 100% relative. This one should be 100% relative. All right, perfect. So that somewhat worked, but this is not over yet because now everything is a bit messy. We need to do this. Okay, perfect. There we go. And then everything else looks good. Okay, cool. So now let's move this one over to mobile. Once the tablet view is all good, now we'll select the mobile view. This should be the same thing as well, by the way. This should be the same process. There you go. The only issue is now is that we'll just have to make things smaller and, you know, adjust a few things. So for example here, make sure that this one is not fixed. You can see this is fixed, right? I'm not gonna have to go through all this, but I'll just kind of summarize everything for you guys. So 100% again, there we go, perfect. But everything is off. Make sure that the pen is also 100%, making sure it is relative. Actually, not 100%, make sure this is fill, so it will follow the parent sizing. The same thing here, fill. So for this content right here, we can make it a bit interesting. This one is 100%. This one is fill. Whoops. This one is fill. There we go. Now the reason why this one looks a bit too small is because of this padding right here. So just adjust the padding to however you need it. So this one is 64 to the right and also left 64. This is way too big for mobile. So just make it maybe like 10. Okay, there you go. And then this one also 10. All right, perfect. So you guys can see here how everything is sort of aligned properly here, right? And if you guys need to adjust the title, because some of this title could be very big, like for example this one, right? Or even where is it at? Yeah, even this title over here can be a bit big. It's very easy. Just reduce the font size so it will fit the mobile view. So just go to the font size right here. Just reduce it. Just drag it. There we go. The same thing here. This is 18. Let's make this one 16. This should be working fine. Perfect. There we go. And that's how you sort of adjust this. Do the same thing with the rest of this page, right? The image you can also adjust. Let me show you guys how to adjust this actually, because this one could be complex for you, but this is very simple. Again, just go to this container right here. Go to this row. Make sure that this row is vertically aligned. There we go. Perfect. Now this is a bit weird because this height should be fit content. There we go. So just make sure to be aware of that when you are trying to make these changes in your own landing page. The same thing here, this row should be vertically aligned. Okay, and then the same issue here, just make sure that it is not fixed, it is fit content. So it will fit the content of the text. There you go, perfect. So we have fixed this one over here. This one, the same thing, just, you know, reduce the size of the image. The same thing like this one, I will show you. So this container right here, the image, just reduce the sizing. That's fine, no problem, no worries. Yeah, this text I've already shown you guys previously how to make it smaller. So the same thing here, right? For example, in this case, we want to just reduce the size of the title. Whoops, the title. There you go. All right, that looks good. This images, you can literally just make sure the size is, you know, much more smaller. Okay, another thing that I want to talk about is also making this grid much more responsive. Now, in order to make this look much more better, so you guys go click in this one here. It's the same way that we do on for our tablet, which is basically decrease the column and increase the row. So in this case, just minus one column. There you go. It automatically add the row into 6 because we have 6 of these elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. So this content right here, make sure that there's no padding. Let me see if there's any padding over here. Yeah, there's padding over here. So just make sure that the right is 10. And then the left is also 10. All right, perfect. Now you can see here, it is much more nicely aligned and centered. Now with some of this title right here, it is going over. Just make sure that it is not fixed. It is fill. There you go. So that will fix this issue right here. You guys can do the same thing with the other element. You guys may have this issue, may not have, but at least now you guys understand how to fix the issue when it occurs on your own landing page. That should basically work now, right? So let's just publish this, update this. Now, if we go to our Framer site, let's do this actually. So Control Shift I, so we can open the inspector menu. We'll click this part over here. Perfect. Now, what we will do is let's go down here. So you can see this is the PC view. We'll just play along with the sizing and then, wait a minute. That's not right. Why is it not working? Responsiveness, Galaxy. Oh, have I refreshed this yet? Ah, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, sorry. I just have to refresh that should work. Okay, as you can see here, there you go. And then there you go. Okay, you guys can sort of fix this later by making sure that everything fits the parent content. But that was an easy fix. I've already covered it. And yeah, as you can see here, so now it is properly responsive. And that's how we probably move our Figma design into Framer. And if you want to know the top 10 mistakes that you may be doing right now on your own landing page that is destroying your conversion and how you can fix those issues, simply click this video right here. I'll basically discuss the top 10 common issues on your landing page and how you can fix them. And I'll see you there.